In this video, I'm going to cover the absolute basics of an online tool you may find useful for virtual and distance learning. The program we'll be looking at is called Adobe Spark, and I'm going to attempt to break down what it is, how you can access it, and a few ways you can use it in the regular or virtual classroom. So what is Adobe Spark? Maybe you've noticed that a coworker has inexplicably developed a lot of talents all at once. They're suddenly putting together visually impressive graphics to post in their online classrooms or over social media, or they're making videos that look great, or maybe they even made a web page. You know for a fact that this person knew how to do none of this a few weeks ago. Your coworker probably found Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark attempts to simplify sometimes complex and creatively challenging things that can be done with technology into something that anybody can use. In promotional materials and videos, Adobe showcases primary age students creating and designing products on the platform. Unlike a lot of programs, the learning curve for Adobe Spark is not steep, as most of the work is already done for you. Things are a little bit more complicated if you go to try to use any of the other Adobe apps you may have heard of in the past, like Photoshop or Premiere. Basically, Adobe Spark acts as a platform for the 90% of people who need a tool to make neat things, but don't necessarily have time to spend hours and hours learning complicated software. Next, let's look at accessing the program. Adobe Spark has both a free plan and a paid individual plan. The free plan will allow you to access many of the templates and tools on the website, but you'll find some of the best options are available only to those who pay. I'd also like to note that Adobe usually offers a month or two free. They're currently offering 2 months free subscription to the individual plan if you do become interested enough to go a little bit deeper into the platform. Finally, you can get to the website by going to spark.adobe.com or just going to Google and typing in Adobe Spark. Once you get there, you'll be prompted to sign into your accounts and then you'll be good to go. Okay, now we're at the fun part of actually exploring what you can do on Adobe Spark, and there's quite a lot, so I'm just going to touch briefly on those. Once you actually get to the website, you'll have a lot of options as to finding what you need. You can go to this plus button right here, and it'll give you some of the options that you could start with to begin. You could create a flyer, you can create things for social media, you can create a web page, a video, branded graphic, etc. If I click View All, it will actually give you template examples of each of the different things that it can do. If we go down to Teach and Study, then you'll see some education-specific examples. One of the things that I like to do is just kind of type in something that I actually need. So let's say that I need a school flyer. I type that in, and I'm going to get a lot of options. So here is a good example of something that you could probably adjust pretty quickly to use for your own school. Once you click something, you'll note that it takes a minute to load, and this is highly dependent on how good your internet connection is and how good your computer is. One negative of Adobe Spark is that if your computer and internet connection is not great, it is going to go very, very slow and be a little bit more frustrating to use. So you might want to save work you do on it for times when you're actually at a decent computer. And basically, all you're going to do on Adobe Spark for a lot of these that you pull up is just put the text that you want in. So if I need to change the name of the school on a flyer, all I have to do is type it in and it changes it. Right here, we're looking at Adobe Spark's video creation tool. And before we even got in, it had a tutorial video pop up that's very, very good if you'd like to watch it when you go to try to make a video. It sort of breaks it down as if you were doing a PowerPoint or a Google Slides presentation. It'll break it up into these slides here at the bottom. You can add what you want to each slide, record over it if you want, and then go from there. I'll kind of show an example. So let's say I'm making a back to school presentation for my students. So I might pick a neat background. I might add some text for that. And then I might record a brief message. Welcome back to school. Glad to have everybody back. It's going to be a great school year. And then I can play that to see how it works. And You can do that for each slide. Notice that only took a few seconds to do. Probably way simpler than making a PowerPoint or Google Slides presentation, and you have the ability to record over it and go from there. When you want a new slide, you just click the plus button. If you've got a video already recorded, you could add it. You could add text. And then record whatever you need. When you're done, you'll have a few options you can use. And my screen is a little bit cluttered. You can go up here to theme and change the theme. You can resize the presentation if you want. You can add music. And then when you're finally finished, you can do a preview of it. Or you can download your presentation and upload it to Google Classroom or YouTube or whatever you need to demonstrate to students. To wrap this discussion up, I'm going to show a video created with Adobe Spark in about 5 minutes time, so you get an idea of what the program is capable of. Welcome back, students, to a new school year. Let's quickly check with a few questions to see if you are ready for 6th grade this year. The first thing on your agenda should be signing in to Google Classroom. If you've not signed in yet, you'll find your class join codes on the paperwork sent home to you earlier. Do you know your student email address? If so, make sure to go ahead and sign in and see if you have any communications from your teachers. More than likely, most of your communications will happen through Google Classroom, but it's always good to have this as a backup option. Your language arts teachers are wanting to know if you've made any progress on your summer reading assignment. Don't panic if you're not quite done with it yet. You'll have a couple weeks as soon as the school year gets going. And don't forget to relax a little bit too. Even though this year is going to be different, your teachers are here to help. And no matter where we are, we can make this a great school year. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you online soon. And we'll go ahead and wrap our video up here as well. There's a lot of uses for Adobe Spark that I didn't cover in this video, and while I may put together some others to help later, this video should give an idea of the types of things you can do with it. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.